The first meal of the day holds a power many people underestimate, especially for men over 60 who want to improve their circulation and overall vitality. Morning is the time when the body is like a blank canvas waiting to be painted with the nutrients and choices that will shape the hours ahead. Overnight, while you sleep, your body fasts. Your digestive system rests, and your energy stores are used to repair and restore tissues. When you wake up, your metabolism is eager for direction. What you place on your plate in those early hours signals your blood vessels, hormones, and energy pathways, setting the tone for how effectively blood will flow throughout the day. After 60, the body's response to food becomes more sensitive. Blood sugar levels may rise more easily, and insulin may not work as efficiently as it once did. This means that choosing refined sugary or processed foods in the morning can immediately lead to sluggish circulation, inflammation, and energy crashes. On the other hand, selecting nutrient-rich foods can awaken your blood vessels, enhance nitric oxide production, and spark better blood flow. The morning meal becomes more than just breakfast. It becomes a tool, a daily opportunity to fuel vitality and restore strength where age may have taken some away. Circulation is directly tied to what you eat when the day begins. Foods that contain antioxidants, polyphenols, and natural nitrates can have an immediate effect on the flexibility of blood vessels. Think of the arteries like flexible pipes. After a night of rest, they may be a little stiff, waiting for a signal to open up. A well-chosen morning meal delivers that signal. It doesn't just provide calories, it influences the way your vessels expand, how efficiently your blood moves, and even how much oxygen reaches the smallest capillaries in your body. That means sharper focus, steadier energy, and stronger confidence in your physical performance. Morning nutrition also plays a crucial role in balancing hormones that affect blood flow. Cortisol, the stress hormone, peaks naturally in the early hours. If combined with a poor quality meal, it can contribute to high blood pressure and vessel constriction. But when the body is given whole foods rich in fiber, lean protein, and natural compounds that encourage relaxation of blood vessels, cortisol's effects are balanced and stress on the vascular system is reduced. This creates a smoother, calmer start to the day, which translates into more consistent circulation down there as well as throughout the body. One often overlooked aspect of the morning meal is hydration. After hours of sleep, the body is slightly dehydrated and blood tends to be thicker. Thickened blood flows more sluggishly, making it harder to reach narrow vessels in delicate regions. Drinking water or including hydrating foods as part of breakfast thins the blood naturally and encourages smoother circulation. This simple act can significantly improve energy and vascular health. The timing of the morning meal also matters. Delaying breakfast too long can cause dips in blood sugar, which trigger stress hormones and make the blood vessels constrict. Eating too quickly or choosing heavy, greasy options floods the system with fats that can impair blood flow. But when the meal is timed within the first couple of hours of waking, it fuels the body at the precise moment it needs support. This synchronization between your internal clock and your nutrition is a powerful way to enhance circulation. Every single day, at 60 and beyond, metabolism slows and the body doesn't process food as efficiently as in younger years. That makes the quality of the morning meal even more important. Empty calories from white bread, sugary cereals, or pastries not only fail to provide what the body needs, but also burden the circulatory system with inflammation and oxidative stress. In contrast, foods with vitamins, minerals, and natural compounds act like medicine, repairing vessel walls and signaling them to open wider. A consistent choice of the right morning foods becomes like daily training for your vascular system, keeping it resilient even in the face of aging. The link between breakfast and circulation extends far beyond energy and digestion. The foods chosen in those first hours also influence the body's ability to create nitric oxide, the molecule that relaxes blood vessels. Leafy greens, berries, and certain seeds are prime examples of foods that can elevate nitric oxide levels after 60. A small addition of these in the morning can create ripple effects all day long, from mental clarity to improved stamina and more reliable performance in moments of intimacy. Every morning presents an opportunity to either strengthen or weaken circulation. When men begin to see breakfast not as a habit, but as a strategy, their perspective changes. They understand that a plate of food can be the difference between feeling sluggish or energized, between struggling with confidence or reclaiming it. By deliberately choosing foods that enhance circulation, they stack the odds in their favor and use the morning as a launch pad for better blood flow. When it comes to improving circulation after 60, one of the most important factors lies in the nutrients that directly interact with the blood vessels and cardiovascular system. The body depends on certain compounds, not just for energy, but for the ability of arteries to remain flexible, responsive, and open to the flow of blood. These nutrients act almost like keys, unlocking pathways that otherwise remain sluggish or restricted with age. By understanding what they are and how they work, it becomes easier to see how food choices can shape daily vitality and restore confidence where it matters most. Nitric oxide is at the center of this story. This natural gas molecule signals blood vessels to relax and expand, allowing blood to travel more smoothly through even the tiniest capillaries. Without adequate nitric oxide, vessels stay stiff, circulation slows, and performance declines. The body produces nitric oxide from certain amino acids like larginin and lecitrioline, both of which are found in everyday foods. Seeds, nuts, watermelon, and legumes are excellent sources that provide the raw materials for this essential process. When consumed regularly, these nutrients help restore the efficiency of nitric oxide production, keeping blood flow steady and reliable. Antioxidants are another category of nutrients with profound effects on circulation. Over time, oxidative stress wears down the lining of blood vessels, leaving them vulnerable to stiffness and dysfunction. Antioxidants from foods like berries, pomegranates, and dark leafy greens act as a shield, neutralizing the free radicals that cause this damage. Beyond protection, they also improve the bioavailability of nitric oxide, which means the body can use it more effectively. This combination of protecting vessel walls and amplifying nitric oxide makes antioxidants one of the most powerful allies in the fight for healthy circulation. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts deserve special attention as well. These essential fats reduce inflammation within the arteries, lowering the chance of plaque buildup that narrows blood flow. They also improve the elasticity of blood vessels, making them more capable of expanding when needed. For men over 60, this is vital because inflamed, rigid arteries often stand in the way of healthy circulation. By including omega-3s in the daily diet, blood becomes less sticky, arteries become more flexible, and circulation improves in a natural, sustained way. Magnesium is another nutrient often overlooked, yet it plays a direct role in blood vessel function. This mineral helps regulate muscle contractions, including the smooth muscles that line arteries. Without enough magnesium, vessels may remain too tight, restricting circulation. Foods rich in magnesium, such as spinach, pumpkin seeds, and almonds, can ease this tension and allow smoother blood flow. For older men whose dietary intake of magnesium often falls short, paying attention to this mineral can make a measurable difference in vascular health. Polyphenols, natural compounds found in foods like cocoa, green tea, and grapes, also have a powerful influence on circulation. They enhance nitric oxide production, protect vessels from oxidative stress, and improve overall blood flow. In fact, research has shown that polyphenols can increase endothelial function, which is the ability of blood vessels to dilate properly. This means that enjoying a small square of dark chocolate or a cup of green tea in the morning is not just a pleasure. It can actively contribute to better circulation. Another critical nutrient group includes B vitamins, particularly folate B6 and B12. These vitamins help regulate homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, can damage blood vessels and impair circulation by keeping homocysteine levels under control. B vitamins protect the arteries and support smoother blood flow. Whole grains, legumes, and leafy greens provide these essential vitamins, making them valuable additions to the daily diet for men aiming to boost circulation after 60. The interaction of these nutrients is what creates the strongest effect. It is not about relying on a single food or supplement, but rather combining a variety of nutrient-rich foods that work together. For example, pairing foods high in vitamin C with those containing plant-based nitrates can dramatically enhance nitric oxide production. Vitamin C stabilizes nitric oxide molecules, preventing them from breaking down too quickly, while the nitrates provide the building blocks. Together, they create a powerful synergy that keeps blood vessels relaxed and circulation flowing freely. It is also important to recognize that deficiency in any of these key nutrients can accelerate circulatory decline. Skipping meals, relying heavily on processed foods, or neglecting fruits and vegetables leaves the body without the tools it needs to maintain healthy vessels. Over time, the absence of these nutrients compounds the effects of aging, making it harder to restore function. On the other hand, a conscious effort to prioritize nutrient-dense foods provides the body with daily reinforcement, almost like tuning an instrument to ensure it performs at its best. Focusing on key nutrients is not simply about avoiding problems. It is about unlocking greater energy, sharper focus, and stronger performance. When the blood flows freely, the body feels lighter, the mind clearer, and confidence stronger. Each bite of food chosen with circulation in mind becomes an investment in vitality. For men over 60, this awareness transforms eating from a routine habit into a deliberate act of self-care and restoration, proving that nourishment is one of the most powerful ways to keep the body vibrant and youthful. Men over 60 often ask me, what's one simple thing I can do every morning to support my energy, vitality, and yes, even blood flow down there? The truth is circulation plays a huge role, not just in performance, but in overall health. And while many people turn to medications or quick fixes, your daily habits, especially what you eat in the morning, can make a tremendous difference. Today I'll share with you exactly what science shows about foods that naturally improve blood flow, protect your heart, and support healthy function as you age. It's simple, it's natural, and it's something you can start doing tomorrow morning. As men cross the age of 60, their bodies begin to reveal silent changes that often go unnoticed until they start to interfere with daily life. One of the most important yet overlooked shifts happens within the circulatory system. Blood vessels that once expanded easily now begin to stiffen. The lining of those vessels, known as the endothelium, may not release nitric oxide as effectively as before. This tiny molecule is essential because it signals the blood vessels to relax, allowing blood to flow freely to every part of the body, including areas that men rely on for intimacy and confidence. Without the smooth communication between the vessels and nitric oxide, circulation slows and performance begins to decline. At 60 and beyond, many men are also dealing with an accumulation of plaque within their arteries. Years of exposure to processed foods, smoking, stress, and sedentary habits can leave behind cholesterol deposits that narrow the passageways. Even if these blockages aren't severe enough to cause heart pain, they can still reduce blood delivery to the smaller vessels, particularly those supplying the pelvic region. Since those blood vessels are much narrower than the ones feeding the heart, they are often the first to show signs of trouble. This is why circulation down there is sometimes one of the earliest indicators of vascular problems. Another layer to this story is hormonal change. Testosterone levels gradually decline with age, and although this hormone is not the only factor in sexual health, it plays a role in maintaining muscle tone in the blood vessels and promoting the drive for intimacy. When testosterone falls while circulation is already compromised, the effects become more pronounced. Energy levels drop, recovery slows, and the sensation of vitality feels harder to capture. It's not just about aging. It's about how the body's interconnected systems gradually lose their youthful efficiency. Lifestyle choices over decades contribute significantly to the state of circulation. At this stage, a diet lacking in fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can deprive the vessels of the antioxidants they need to stay flexible. Oxidative stress and chronic inflammation act like a slow rusting process inside the arteries, gradually weakening their ability to expand and contract. Add in long periods of sitting, less physical activity, and elevated stress hormones, and the circulatory network begins to struggle. The result is not just felt in the bedroom, but also in stamina, mental clarity, and heart health. It is important to understand that these changes are not inevitable signs of decline, but rather signals calling for attention. By recognizing why circulation declines with age, men can take active steps to support their vascular system. Imagine the circulatory system as a vast highway network delivering life, giving nutrients and oxygen. At 60, some of the roads may be narrowed, the traffic lights delayed, and the asphalt less smooth. But just as maintenance crews can restore roads, lifestyle changes and targeted nutrition can rejuvenate blood flow and restore confidence. The first step is awareness. Too often men dismiss reduced function as simply a natural part of aging, but the body has an incredible ability to adapt and heal when given the right tools. Knowing that circulation is the foundation of vitality helps shift the mindset from resignation to action. Small improvements in diet, hydration, exercise, and sleep can create measurable changes in vascular health within weeks. Think of circulation as the core currency of life. Every organ, every tissue, every cell depends on blood flow to function. When circulation weakens, energy levels falter, digestion slows, cognition dulls, and intimacy becomes more challenging. When circulation improves, the opposite happens. Mental sharpness returns, endurance grows, and confidence strengthens. This is why focusing on blood flow after 60 is not just about preserving one aspect of life, but about reclaiming a sense of youthfulness and purpose. When men understand that the decline in circulation is driven by vessel stiffness, reduced nitric oxide, hormonal shifts, and lifestyle habits, they begin to see the path forward. Supporting the vessels with nutrient-rich foods, practicing habits that enhance vascular elasticity, and maintaining movement throughout the day are all powerful tools. This knowledge alone can transform frustration into empowerment because it shows that aging does not mean surrendering vitality. Daily habits become the silent architects of circulation, shaping the strength of blood flow in ways that often go unnoticed until their absence is felt. For men over 60, the foods chosen in the morning lay a foundation. But it is the habits woven throughout the day that multiply those benefits and create lasting improvements. Circulation is not a single event. It is a rhythm, a constant flow influenced by movement, hydration, rest, and consistency. Each small decision acts like a brick, gradually building or weakening the structure of vascular health. Hydration stands at the very core of this rhythm. After the body wakes up from its overnight fast, blood is naturally more concentrated, making it thicker and harder to move through narrow vessels. Beginning the day with water thins the blood, easing its passage through arteries and capillaries. But hydration must not stop there. Sipping water steadily through the day keeps blood flowing smoothly, preventing the sluggishness that comes when the body is mildly dehydrated. Even mild dehydration can constrict vessels, reduce oxygen delivery, and increase fatigue. Carrying a bottle of water and treating hydration as a continuous practice ensures that the morning benefits from circulation. Friendly foods are sustained hour by hour. Movement is another multiplier of circulation. When muscles contract, they act like pumps, squeezing blood through the veins and encouraging fresh oxygen-rich blood to flow into tissues. For men in their 60s, prolonged sitting becomes one of the greatest enemies of circulation. Hours spent in a chair allow blood to pull in the legs, reducing supply to other parts of the body. Integrating short walks, gentle stretches, or even standing up every half hour reignites circulation. These movements do not need to be strenuous. In fact, low-intensity activities performed regularly often prove more beneficial for vascular health than occasional bursts of heavy exercise. A walk in the morning sunlight, a few minutes of stretching, or light resistance training stimulates blood flow, lowers blood pressure, and reinforces the work of nutrients taken in during breakfast. Sleep, often underestimated, is another habit that directly shapes circulation. Poor sleep elevates stress hormones, constricts blood vessels, and disrupts the body's natural rhythm of repair. After 60, sleep quality often declines due to hormonal changes or lifestyle factors, but prioritizing restful sleep can dramatically improve vascular health. A consistent bedtime, reduced screen exposure before sleep, and a cool, dark room create an environment where the body restores its circulatory system overnight. This sets the stage for better function during the day, showing how the cycle of circulation is influenced by both morning and night. Stress management ties into this cycle as well. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that prepare for survival, but at a cost. They tighten blood vessels and elevate blood pressure. For older men, prolonged exposure to these hormones accelerates the stiffening of arteries. Mindful practices such as deep breathing, meditation, or simply spending quiet time in nature counter these effects, relaxing vessels and promoting smoother blood flow. Just a few minutes of intentional calm can offset hours of stress, making it one of the simplest yet most powerful habits to adopt. Consistency is what ties all these pieces together. The body thrives on rhythm and predictability. Drinking water one morning, walking once a week, or eating a single serving of leafy greens will not bring lasting change. But repeating these actions daily builds momentum. Over weeks and months, the circulatory system adapts, responding with stronger vessel function and improved blood delivery. Small habits compound, much like saving coins that eventually grow into a treasure chest. What may feel insignificant in the moment? Choosing water over soda, standing up instead of sitting longer, turning off the screen before bed, transforms circulation when practiced consistently. Another overlooked habit is posture. Sitting or standing in positions that compress the hips or restrict the lower back can slow blood flow to the pelvic region. Straightening the spine, relaxing the shoulders, and adjusting the body's alignment improves circulation without any additional effort. This simple awareness throughout the day enhances oxygen delivery and reduces the pressure on blood vessels. Nutrition habits outside of breakfast also matter. While the first meal sets the tone, maintaining circulation requires balanced eating throughout the day. Skipping meals or indulging in heavy processed foods later can undo the benefits of a smart breakfast. Instead, spreading nutrient-rich foods into lunch, dinner, and snacks reinforces circulation from morning until night. Adding leafy greens to lunch, enjoying a handful of nuts in the afternoon, or including omega-3 rich fish at dinner keeps blood vessels nourished continuously. Sunlight is another daily element often overlooked. Moderate exposure to sunlight encourages the production of vitamin D, a nutrient linked to better vascular health. Vitamin D deficiency is common in older adults and can contribute to poor circulation. A short walk in the morning, sun not only stimulates blood flow through movement, but also provides the body with natural light that supports both hormone balance and vascular function. These habits are not isolated. They feed into one another. Hydration supports movement by preventing fatigue. Movement enhances sleep by calming the nervous system. Sleep lowers stress, which in turn protects circulation. Stress management encourages consistent choices, which strengthen every other habit. Together, they create a cycle of reinforcement that steadily improves blood flow. The beauty of daily habits is that they require no drastic overhaul, only mindful repetition. They take the power of specific foods and amplify it, ensuring that the nutrients consumed in the morning are used to their full potential. Over time, these habits reshape the body's circulatory patterns, bringing more oxygen, more energy, and more vitality to every corner of life. For men over 60, they prove that age is not a barrier to strong circulation, but a reminder that small, intentional choices made each day are the most powerful medicine available. This is where science and daily living intersect. Instead of complicated routines or expensive solutions, the most powerful change can happen with the foods chosen at the start of the day. They become the fuel that not only energizes but also strengthens blood flow, opening the path for vitality in every area of life. One of the most powerful groups of foods to focus on are those rich in natural nitrates. Beets are perhaps the most famous example. Their deep red color is a sign of the compounds within that once digested convert into nitric oxide. Drinking beet juice or adding roasted beets to a morning meal can trigger a noticeable improvement in blood flow. Spinach, arugula, and other leafy greens share this ability, offering the body steady supplies of nitrates that feed directly into vascular function. When eaten consistently, they act like daily training sessions for the arteries, helping them stay flexible and responsive. Another category of foods that deserve attention in the morning are berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries are packed with antioxidants and flavonoids that protect blood vessels from oxidative stress. These compounds not only guard against damage, but also enhance the availability of nitric oxide, amplifying the effects of nitrogen-rich foods. Adding a handful of berries to oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie turns a simple breakfast into a circulation-boosting powerhouse. The sweetness of berries is natural, low in sugar compared to processed alternatives, and delivers vibrant energy without the crash. Citrus fruits are also remarkable allies. Oranges, grapefruits, and lemons provide vitamin C, which plays a direct role in protecting and repairing vessel walls. Vitamin C also stabilizes nitric oxide molecules, allowing them to last longer in the body and perform their function more effectively. Beginning the day with a glass of water infused with lemon or a small bowl of citrus slices refreshes the system after a night's rest and primes the circulatory network for the hours ahead. For men over 60, including healthy fats in the morning meal is equally important. Avocados, walnuts, and flaxseed supply omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and make blood vessels more elastic. Unlike heavy, greasy fats that clog and stiffen the arteries, these healthy fats soothe them, helping blood flow more freely. A slice of whole grain toast with avocado or a sprinkle of walnuts over a bowl of fruit transforms an ordinary breakfast into one that actively supports circulation. Protein also plays a vital role, and choosing the right source matters. Eggs, for example, when eaten in moderation, provide high-quality protein along with nutrients like choline and vitamin D, which support vascular health. For those who prefer plant, Plant-based options, lentils, chickpeas, or quinoa can deliver both protein and minerals like magnesium that relax the vessel walls. Including protein in the morning meal also helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing the spikes and crashes that can impair circulation throughout the day. Dark chocolate in small amounts offers a surprising benefit when chosen wisely. Cocoa is rich in flavanols compounds shown to improve blood flow and reduce arterial stiffness. A small piece of dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa content can be added to breakfast as both a treat and a tool for circulation. The key is moderation, as the benefits come from the flavanols rather than the sugar. Combined with fruit or nuts, this creates a balance of flavor and function that feels indulgent yet supports health. Hydrating foods and beverages also make a difference in the morning. Green tea is an excellent choice, providing both hydration and polyphenols that stimulate nitric oxide production. Unlike coffee, which can sometimes constrict blood vessels in sensitive individuals, green tea delivers a gentle lift of energy while actively supporting circulation. Watermelon is another standout option, containing the amino acid lacitrulline, which converts into L-arginine and then into nitric oxide. A bowl of fresh watermelon in the morning is not only refreshing, but directly feeds into the pathways that keep blood moving. Whole grains like oats and quinoa provide fiber and B vitamins, particularly folate, which lowers homocyanin levels linked to vascular damage. A warm bowl of oatmeal topped with berries, nuts, and seeds becomes more than just a comforting breakfast. It becomes a carefully crafted circulation-boosting meal. The combination of fiber, antioxidants, healthy fats, and protein works together to support the heart and arteries from multiple angles. The real strength of these foods comes when they are combined. A plate that includes leafy greens, citrus, a handful of berries, and a source of healthy fat or protein offers a layered effect on circulation. Each component supports the vessels in a unique way, expanding them, protecting them, relaxing them, and fueling them with energy. Instead of relying on one single superfood, building variety into the morning meal ensures a broad spectrum of nutrients that reinforce one another. At 60 and beyond, the body responds deeply to consistency. Choosing these foods once in a while can bring short-term benefits, but making them a daily habit transforms circulation over time. Each morning becomes an opportunity to remind the blood vessels to stay open, elastic, and strong. Over weeks and months, these choices accumulate, leading to clearer thinking, stronger energy, and renewed confidence in intimate health. The plate becomes a tool not just for nourishment, but for resilience.